Yo, what is up? What is up? What's up, Tommy? All right, what's going on, y'all? J Stop Motion, what's up? Cito, what's up? I hope y'all having a good evening. Just waiting for a few more to tune in real quick. Um, I almost canceled the stream. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a pretty busy day, but I actually got some time to do it. How y'all been doing though? And the most important question is, I wouldn't say it's the most important question, but what's y'all thoughts on NASCAR 25? Because that's what this stream is about today. I know it gets a little. I know I've been talking about NASCAR 25 for quite a the past couple times I've went live, but uh, that's the main thing I've been caring about the most for the most part. Oh, you haven't, Cito, you haven't gotten it yet. Um, yeah, I think it's best to just wait anyway. Um, I mean, it's a good game. I'm gonna get into that, in a little bit, but if I can understand why people will wait. There's certain things in the game that's not in the game that, like, pit road adjustments and stuff like that. Honestly, I haven't been tuning into the talk about NASCAR 25 lately. I still have to learn more about it. Says Tommy. Yeah, everybody's talking about it, man. Like everybody's seeing like they're liking it for the most part. NASCAR 25 is very awesome. I'm in my season mode as Alex Bowman, and shockingly, Zane Smith and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. made the chase off of Super Speedway wins. Hell no. Um, yeah, I haven't done no championship season yet. Um, what difficulty you running on? What difficulty are you running on, Jay? I've been running mostly between 102 and 103 difficulty. I've been kind of like bouncing back and forth between that. Yeah, I've been bouncing back and forth between career and race now mainly, and then here and there I'll try to get like a little bit of online in. It depends mostly around between 95 and 103. I know for the super speedways are pretty easy on this game. I run 105 at the super speedways, and then everywhere else I run between 102 and 103. Not to mention, I turned the draft slider down all the way to like 10, not 10, to about like 10 or 15, because the draft at default is pretty damn strong. And knowing me, like, I like to have realism for the most part. Damn, Cito, so you was just flying through the field, huh? Because I think a 100 at the Heat games was pretty easy. Like you can run 105 and with a regular setup for the most part. But I don't know how skilled you are. I don't know. Sorry about the background noise. Um, yeah, I think 100 for you on this game is going to be a lot more difficult. I don't know if you do any setups or anything like that. But Yeah, 100 on this game is much tougher than the Heat games. So I guess I should have like um wrote down like what I wanted to talk about because I can tell I'm probably going to be all over the place in terms of this. It's not a big review. It's just kind of going over my experience with the game within the past, like after a week of playing. Um, I think the first thing to say is that I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. Um, which is something that I can't say about the Tennis games or the 704 games. I'm having fun both online and well, I wouldn't say online, but when the racing is good, yeah, the online is pretty fun. But I'm mainly having a lot of fun when it comes to the offline. Like whether it's me doing a regular race or doing the career mode, I'm having a blast. Despite the issues that the game has, which I'm gonna get into, but the I love how the way the car drives. The game didn't have any force feedback. I run on the wheel, and at first, like the force feedback was not there at all. And then they came off a couple of updates, and you can actually feel the force feedback now. So, and they added some other options as well. So that's good. And then, yeah, they what was I going to say? Yeah, they've been coming off updates pretty fast, though. They've been which is pretty good. Jay Stop Motion said one thing I did notice from my season mode so far is that there's a chance that someone snags all the poles on a certain track. Like for example, Penske is to snag all the poles on drafting tracks. Um, that's because they gave they gave Joey Logano a 100 rating on the super speedways. I don't know if that really the Penske cars usually don't sit on the pole though at the super speedways. That's usually um actually it's kind of up in the air now. It used to be Hendrick had it on lock for the Daytona 500 for so many years, and the Penske cars are really good in the race. Like they're dominant. They're dominant in the race, but yeah, I haven't raced too much of the. I raced the Cup Series, but the times that I have, like, I haven't really done any super speed racing. The only super speed racing I've done so far is in my career mode. So, but yeah, the game feels good. It looks good. It looks good. Um, it's a lot of little things to appreciate about the game. Um, you got, you know, it's just a lot of little things they did right. Like I think I pointed this out on Twitter, like how the game gives you about 4 to 5 seconds to it gives you it's 4 to 5 seconds before a caution, like before the AI takes over, which is pretty nice. So um I like that because it gives you a chance to avoid the wreck. Oh damn, what's up? What if? What's going on, man? Funny that you popped in here. I was just watching one of your career mode playthroughs while I was sitting around eating some dinner. But yeah, so I guess I'll start getting into like the AI. So there's a lot to like about the AI. There's a lot. They run multiple grooves. They're challenging. They you know they one small thing I like about them is that they actually cut the trioval. They go down to the apron on the trioval at tracks like Kansas and Las Vegas, and they even cut a little bit of the dog leg and at Phoenix. They don't do it to the degree that like a player would do when we would go all the way down to the damn pit wall, but um they do cut the track though, so I like that. That's something. It makes the AI feel more lifelike. They don't conga line. I haven't noticed any of that because that was one of the issues that popped up when we was watching a lot of the early footage. So yeah, the AI overall, like I'm having a lot of fun racing them, but there's three big issues. Number one, the AI pit logic. The second is they carry way too much speed coming onto pit road, and even coming out of pit road, like on the apron, they can carry that. Like they get back up to speed so damn quick compared to the player. And then the third issue is that if you got the incident frequency on, even if you got it at 5, like they still cause quite a bit of cautions at times. I got mine set to 10, and it's funny because I just had a caution free race at Michigan, so I had 2 caution free races with the incident with the incident frequency set to like 10, between 10 to 15. So it's kind of odd how the way it how it works. Meanwhile, Daytona was a wreck fest when I did that in the ARCA series. It was about like 6 cautions. So I haven't really touched the incident slider, and it's been kind of all over the place. You got some wreck fest, you got some races that go caution free, you got some races where it's like 2 to 3 cautions at most. And then what I was going to say, oh yeah, so the cautions are scripted, of course. So a caution is not going to happen on the other side of the track. The caution is always going to happen in front of you. The AI will just randomly spin out, and you got to be prepared to avoid it. It's most of the time, like 90% of the time, it's gonna happen right in front of you. It's only been twice where I had a wreck happen behind me, where you're gonna see it. And I don't know if they did that because of them not having caution replays. So I guess they was like, okay, we don't have caution replays in the game, but we'll make it to where the player can see the caution. So we're gonna have it happen right in front of them or behind them, which I guess I can appreciate, but it's kind of like a jump scare. Like you just sitting there racing, and then next thing you know, a car just spins out, and then you gotta be ready to avoid it. And like I said, I like how the game gives you about 4 to 5 seconds to like avoid the wreck before the AI takes over. And then going back to the AI pit entry, yeah, you just lose so much time. At first, I wasn't experiencing that, and then I was watching What If. I saw that he got screwed at Daytona. With the AI just going way faster than him coming into pit road. I think what was that Let's Play that I just watched? You was at, what track was you at? Fuck, I think it was Kansas. I forgot, but yeah, you got screwed off of that as well. Off of the same thing. What's up, Chase? What's up, Bobby? I ain't gonna lie, like I was kind of sitting here quiet at first because I didn't see nobody in here. I was like, damn, it's gonna be one of those type of streams. But yeah, the AI just carries too much speed onto pit road, man. Like they gotta address that. And then the restarts as well. You lose so much on the restarts, and it kind of reminds me of like NASCAR 06, 07. I don't know if y'all remember, but when you took the restarts on those games, like as you going up through the gears, like once you end up hitting it into the third gear, like you'll just lose a whole bunch of like time against the AI. You'll lose like 5 spots. I feel like with this game, it's kind of like it's the same thing. So when you take the restarts, good luck. Um, I use manual transmission, but I heard that it doesn't really matter. You can use automatic, you can use manual. You would think that using manual um would help, but it seems like it doesn't matter. But hopefully they can slow the AI down a little bit, both coming on the pit road and on the restarts, man. 'Cause it's just not fair. Um, I'm gonna get to the AI pit logic in a minute. Another thing I noticed that was small, but I really appreciate is I like how that you can spin your tires in this game, and you won't really notice it unless you're on old tires. Like you got some age on the tires, and um you'll start to notice it. But for some reason at Texas, it's really like noticeable at that track because I did a race at Texas with the Cup cars, and I stayed out um on a late race restart, and I'm just you just pushing the gas pedal down, you getting ready to take the restart. Next thing you know, man, like my tires spun so bad, and I spun out. I pulled a Cletus McFarland, what he did at Charlotte earlier this year. So, and I ended up finishing last. So that was a lesson learned when it came to that. But yeah, it's stuff like that with the AI where it's just like it's not fair. Going back to the restart deal, like they just got too much speed. And then the last bad thing with the AI, because like I said, it's three things, but it's like big things, especially with this. What I'm about to talk about right here is the AI pit logic. Now, this ain't nothing new, but I was really hoping that they would have had this correct before the game came out. I was even talking about it leading up to the release. I was like, man, I hope they got the AI pit logic right. And unfortunately, I it's not there. Bobby, you said and also they need to add the ability to mirror images, stamp images, and add lettering, add brush to save logos, making a paint booth. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to the paint booth in a little bit. The paint booth, I ain't gonna say it's underwhelming, but it's not great either. But I haven't used much of it yet. Um, but yeah, the AI pay logic is screwed up. I don't know if they can patch that or if we just gotta wait until the next game, because maybe that's something they really gotta like dive into the coding to like adjust it. I don't know, but I did a race at Darlington in the Xfinity series, and I had stages on, and the caution happened towards the end of the stage. Our tires were like at 60%, and we only had like what 5-6 laps of fuel left or something like that. We was almost out of fuel, and the caution happened, and they said, "Yeah, we're gonna stay out right here." And I was just looking like, that's weird. I've run into, quite a few times where the AI should have pitted and they didn't. I won a race at Rockingham in my career mode. A caution happened with like 10 to go, and we had a lot of laps on our tires. Fuel was okay, but the tires were like, they were gone pretty much. And yeah, I took tires and ended up flying past them. I guess they recognized, they was like, we're good on fuel, but as for tires, like it is what it is. Like they're not smart enough to take tires. They just worry about like, hey, do we got enough fuel or do we not? And it's all over the place. It's weird. Um, oh, um, Reggie, what's going on, man? Yo, dude, just dropping in to say hi. Appreciate the tweets and passion you have for NASCAR. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. um, thank you for not looking at it as me complaining like some other people. I mean, I know I'm complaining, but it's just me caring. I care. But yeah, they gotta fix the AI pay logic though, because is it something that's gonna make me put the game down? No. I know some people out there that's saying that, but it is frustrating though when it pops up because you can just take tires and the AI is not gonna take tires. I mean, they can have. I was watching What If stream and he, I think he did a race at Vegas and I didn't watch the whole stream, but it was a part where the caution happened and they had like 50 laps on their tires and they didn't pit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you said my Vegas stream, they didn't pit on 50 lap old tires and a 67 lap fuel run. Yeah, that's yikes. That's not good, man. It's that's something that they gotta adjust. I wish Matt Lewis or a developer can come out and just say that, hey, we can adjust this, or you guys gotta wait until the next game. I wish they can just say, like, can they address it or not? Because I was just getting ready to say that it's not something that can make me put the game down. It's not game breaking, in my opinion, because I dealt with a lot of NASCAR games, even good NASCAR games that had bad AI pit logic. Like I remember in Thunder 04, I remember plenty of times where I would squeak out. I was still a good finish after running in the back all race. The AI, like a caution would happen, most likely caused by me. And I'll come in for some tires. They'll stay out. I'll just fly through the field and finish in the top 10 or even sometime win. And it kind of feels the same way with this game. You can just come in for some tires, fly through the field. That's how I was able to win Rockingham. I had like a 10th place car at Rockingham, and I came in for some tires. I think it was like 25 cars on the lead lap, so that made it even easier because I didn't have to restart back in like 38th or 39th, and I just flew through the field. So yeah, those are the big three issues with the AI, in my opinion. I don't know what y'all have experienced. Maybe y'all found some other issues with the AI, but overall, they're really good. It's no weird shit going on. They give you room for the most part. I've had a couple of incidents though where they kind of came close, but they give you room for the most part though. It's not like what game was that? It was one of the tennis games where they just came up on you, just no awareness at all. But yeah, I've been having fun though, and it's been mainly the offline that's been providing the most fun for me. Online, that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. What y'all saying? It's tough love, like you said. We the fans know what's best. I'm not popping y'all damn comments up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired, man. That was another reason why I was gonna kind of cancel the stream, but I'm not trying to go back on my word on things. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. That's what I'm saying. Like we just a passionate fan base. Wish we can see the actual pit stop happening from the outside instead of being stuck in the cockpit. Either way works for me. I mean, I don't mind how the way they got it now. Maybe they should give you an option of like, do you want to see like a TV broadcast type of pit stop, or do you want to just have it how the way it is now, to where like, because they're going for that, you're seeing everything from the driver's view, and that's probably why they had it like that. Another thing with the green flag pit stops, or just pit stops in general, I should say, is that they're too slow. A four tire pit stop is not 13 seconds anymore. Pit stops now, a four tire pit stop now is about 9 seconds. So maybe they can patch that and make the pit stops faster. Hopefully, I don't know, but yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, that's too slow." Um, I will say this though, going back to the AI pit entry, man, they make you push though coming into pit road. I haven't sped yet, believe it or not. I still got black flags on, but I be pushing coming into pit road, man. I be downshift. I almost spun out a couple of times because you trying to just get the most you can come on the pit road, and I'm not really losing too much time. I'm losing time, but it's not an egregious amount of time. Believe it or not, I'm losing most of my time where they coming off a pit road because they get up to speed so damn quick, which is some bullshit. Like I wish I can get up to speed that quick. But yeah, I just hope that it's stuff like that they just got to tweak on, or well, the AI pit logic needs to be majorly worked on. But yeah, um, yeah. So that's the AI. The career mode. I got my game paused right now as of so I can be able to do this. But I'm only 11 races in, and I hate how fast I'm progressing. Now I got the gold edition of the game, and they give you, and the reason this is why I was so hesitant on getting the gold edition, because they give you that extra money and extra rep, and it just makes things easier. But I think even if I didn't get the gold edition, it wouldn't have mattered. And the reason I say that is because I've been watching a lot of people's like career mode let's plays, and it seemed like you can get to a level 5 like easy as hell. Like I wanted to struggle. I wanted to be in ARCA for a couple of years. Like I'm already in championship contention. It just seemed like overall, like it's easy for at least the ARCA series, because I heard that when you move up the trucks, it's much more of a challenge. Like buying parts and all that, and it's just a lot more challenging when you get to the trucks. Yeah. Yep. Um, thinking trucks, it gets much harder. I hope so, because man, like I wanted to be one of those ARCA cars. Like I was off the pace at Phoenix, and I was like, man, I'm a true ARCA backmarker, and I only got to experience that for like 2 races. And I'm not even counting Daytona, because I won Daytona. Daytona was so easy. Like, coming up through the field, it was rough, but once you get up front, you can just weave back and forth for the most part, and just block. Now you're off the pace, so it's you're slow, because I qualified 40th. I qualified last, but so it's a little bit harder to hold off the pack in the career mode when you got a slow car. But when you got like a regular, when you got a fast car, when your car is fully upgraded, I should say, like it's pretty damn easy. Because I went to Talladega and it was even easier. I'm like, damn, like I'm just staying up front. The play racing is fun. They just got to make it a little bit more challenging, man. Just a little bit more challenging. You can set it to 105 and you're good to go. Like you don't really got a challenge. So I like how the AI bump drafts you. I like how when you push them, they get shot ahead. I like that. I wish it could be like that for online. When you slam draft somebody online, and I'm gonna get into this in a little bit, that's like the only way to progress your line, or just progress in general. And but yeah, the play racing is fun. It's just that it's too easy. Going up through the field is fun. Once you get out front, it's kind of like, okay, whatever. But yeah, the career mode, it's a lot of room for improvement. It's I like the stats. I like, you know, it's a lot there, but it's still not on that Thunder 2004 level. And I know some people might get annoyed with me saying that, but I wish that it took time for like new parts to come in. Because I've been on Thunder 2004, you can when you order a new shop edition or whatever, you buy it. It was hard to like save money for it. Then when you get the money for it, you you had to wait on it to get delivered. Then once it gets delivered, which took like 9 races or whatever, then you can install that part, and then you gotta wait for that part to be installed, which took a long time. So it was just a process, and that's what made Thunder 2004 um really challenging. Not to mention the game had DNFs. This game doesn't have DNFs. So when you was driving on track, it really made you like scared when you was out there driving. I know people don't want to hear this. I'm enjoying the game. I'm still enjoying the career mode, but it's good, but it's not great. Obviously, you missing driving retirements and hiring a driver and all this other stuff. But how the way they got this laid out is very basic, almost to like I don't want to say this. I don't know how y'all gonna take this, but almost kind of like a mobile game. When it comes to like how the way they got everything laid out, it's stuff there, and I appreciate it. But I just hope that next year that they can take that next step, like a big step, and make it more like Thunder 2004 in terms of like the progression. When you buy parts, it should like research and development should take time. Like when you play the F1 games, you look at stuff, you order it, and then it has to get put on the car. It takes time before that stuff gets delivered, and then sometimes um it could be a parts failure and it gets delayed, stuff like that. So the career mode is decent. Let me see. Speaking of trucks, Real Radman just uploaded another episode of NASCAR 25 career mode, and he just unlocked trucks. Okay, so can somebody answer me this? So once you move up to trucks, like you just leave your ARCA team behind? Because that was something I was wondering going into this game. Like, can you go back and forth between the two series, or once you gotta do, or do you have to just commit to one series? I don't know how far. I haven't watched this video yet, so because I've been watching everybody. I've been watching Radman. I've been watching What If. I've been watching Winvow. I've been watching everybody's stuff. Okay, Sluka, my bad if I'm mispronouncing your name. You said that you can run truck and ARCA together. Okay. So it's kind of like, I wonder how that works. I want to be able to simulate races, because I would like to. I kind of wish you could just have like the game can give you an option of like, hey, how do you want to run trucks full time, and then if you decide to run part time, the game should say something like, do you want to run 5 races, 7 races, 12 races, or do you want to run the full season? Or just have it like the rules in real life to where like you can't. Well, that's only for cup regulars, never mind. But it'd be nice if you can have that option though. That's another thing. Okay, so when I get to the truck series, I'm gonna see how that goes, because I got like 7 races left in my season or something like that. Sitting with 4 wins right now, 4 from the points. Yeah, I think you can race trucks part time while still running ARCA full time. Okay. Um, but yeah, the career mode, it's a lot of room for improvement. I'll just leave it at that. Um, man, if trucks is gonna be a challenge, I wonder how brutal the Cup Series is gonna be. I bet those parts gonna cost like. I heard that the trucks, like your parts cost like it's like triple of like what the ARCA parts cost. So some people were saying, like I was seeing some people having conversations in a Twitter thread of and they were saying that yeah, it's like 200,000 compared to like the little 20,000 or whatever. I don't know if that's just for level one parts or not, but I almost want to start saving up some money in the ARCA series. So that way when I get to trucks, I can I want to struggle, but you want to make sure you can have something. But and then you gotta think about like when your body, your work points as well. I gotta make sure I have a lot of those saved up. It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to continuing to progress. But yeah, I like the layout though. I like how your stuff builds up as you progressed. You progress in the career mode. Your shop looks different. Details like that. I like um I guess I can touch on the presentation just for a sec. Pretty underwhelming for the most part. It's something there, but it's still not on that once again Thunder 2004 level. I kind of wish they can go through the field and talk about drivers and how their season is going, or like just what they've done at a certain track and stuff like that. Get on that Thunder 04 level, or even F1, the F1 games. But it's something there at least. The gentleman start your engines. That's always nice. Gets you pumped up for the race. Um, I like how everything is laid out. It's basic, but they can build on it. I understand this is a foundation title, so I'm not bashing it. Um, so yeah. What's the other thing I want to talk about? Um, Damn, I'm blanking right now. Oh yeah, I get the online. The online is smooth. Oh yeah, I like the laser scan racetracks. The tracks, like I said before, the cars feel really good. Like you can feel the weight of the car. The cars actually have weight to it and stuff like that. Um, the physics are just really. It's like the best that we ever had on a NASCAR game. Like it's that fucking good. Um, but yeah, the laser scan tracks. All the tracks look great. You can feel every bump like they was talking about. So I'm pretty happy with that. Um, and the online is good. It's just the idiots that you run across, man. Stay the hell away from a 94 car online, because that's usually the people that cause the wrecks. Like these people really plug their game in. They bat a fucking game and then they don't even bother to like dial in their settings or anything like that. They just hop straight online and then fuck everybody else's experience up. It's like, dude, like go offline and get used to the game. At least get decent at the game before you go online. I mean, these people they can't even get past the start finish line. Oh yeah, the damage model, and I said this like even before the game came out. The damage model is disappointing. The crash physics are disappointing. Um, I'm not really happy with those two areas. Those are other areas that need work, major work. And like I said, I would like to be able to DNF um in the future. Um But yeah, the online is smooth. It's just that we lacking league options. Of course, we can't qualify still. The game doesn't have, and this is just across the game in general. We can't adjust our car on pit road. That's another thing they need to add in. Now, the good news is Matt Lewis, one of the devs, they said that they're going to add that in a patch, hopefully, so we can make adjustments on pit road. Like, I just want wedge and tire pressure, which is basically all they can do in real life. So, if y'all can just add that, I'll be happy. And then we can start to adjust. Cause man, like once you roll with what you decide on what you go race, like what stuff you go into racing, and you can't change that throughout the race. Like I think I selected a loose preset for Gateway. I did like a Cup Series race at Gateway, and I was loose. Like the car was just freaking loose, and I wanted to adjust on it, but I couldn't. So I had to hang on to that car throughout that whole race. I think that race was like what 100 some laps. I do 50% races, so I was hanging on to that car. I mean, and then when the tires got old, like I was really hanging on. But yeah, the but yeah, the most disappointing part about the online at the moment is the bump drafting online, the super speed racing in general. The super speedway racing for the online is just piss poor, man. You 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 scrub speed when you're locked on to somebody. Like when you slam draft somebody, it actually works. But when you're locked on to somebody, y'all just scrubbing speed. You can't even bone draft. So, and just how the way the draft works in general online, like we had 3 cars. I was racing with some guys the other night, and we had 3 cars up top, and we were just arrow drafting. Like we were just bubble drafting, and we couldn't get past this guy that was on the bottom by himself. It was so weird. And we was holding our lines too, like holding our line, and we was on the mic. We were just like, "Yo, why are we not getting past this dude?" Even when I slam drafted him, like I gave him a huge bump, it was progressing our line forward, but not as much as it should have. So yeah, they got a lot of work to do when it comes to the super speed racing. You can't do Atlanta. You can't do. It's like I almost want to avoid super speedways right now when it comes to online. I think super speedway racing in general on the game, on this game, is like the weakest part. Like mile and a half, road courses, short tracks, all these areas are like all these tracks are great to race at. The super speedways, like I said, going against the AI is pretty fun, but like I said, they're easy. So let's see. The paint booth, I thought we were getting a Utechnic style paint booth. How the way Matt Lewis phrased it, he was like, yeah, you're gonna be able to have shapes and all that, and be able to shape, you're gonna have shapes and all this other stuff, and be able to like scale stuff in the car and all that. So it sounded like a Utechnic style paint booth, and then turns out it's basically like how World of Outlaws is, like how they paint booth, how they got their paint booth. So I was pretty disappointed by that, but you can still make some really good paint schemes. It's just they don't have that many like presets when it comes to like schemes. I think it's like 24, which honestly is not a lot. Hopefully they can add some more in the patch. Like they can add like 20 or 30. You can scale your number and the stuff on the hood and stuff like that, but it's not. I just want complete freedom with the paint booth. So yeah, the paint booth is like around like a 4.5, 5 out of 10. five and a half out of 10 when it comes to like the paint booth. Um, so yeah, I guess to put a cap on this, the game is fun overall. Oh yeah, it's not that many numbers to choose from. That's another thing. Um, at least with career mode, I don't know if they allow you to use any number when you're using the paint booth for like any for like a regular when you're using the paint booth outside of the career mode. I just know that when you're using the paint booth in the career mode, it it only limits you to like a certain amount of numbers. So, but yeah, like the game is fun, man. Like it just needs like a couple of significant updates to add, like adding a couple of things and fixing a couple of things. It's nothing game breaking about this game. Some people are gonna disagree with me on that, but um I haven't had nothing happen to me where like I'm like, yeah, I'm putting this shit down until they fix this. Like I haven't had that experience yet. I'm only a week into playing this. We all are, so things can change. But um, this is the most fun I had playing a NASCAR game, in years, both offline and online. Um, it's never been like this before. Technics, it wasn't like that. 704 before iRacing came in, it wasn't like that. Um, it's okay to admit that you're having fun with this game because it seemed like that if you admit that you're having fun with this game, people are gonna crucify you, acting like that you don't recognize the issues. I recognize the issues. Um, so just because I can sit here and say that I'm having fun and still recognize that the game needs a lot of work. It's a lot of things they need to work on. So, um, yeah, hopefully they can start coming off these patches. They coming off these patches pretty fast too, so I appreciate that. Um, I'm just waiting for that first significant update. The one of the things I want them to do, the pit logic, the pit road adjustments, and some of the other stuff with the AI that I mentioned. It's a solid title, man. Like I feel like iRacing stopped the bleeding when it came to NASCAR games. Um, for so long that we were left with glitchy titles and just stuff. It was nothing there, and the AI was terrible in certain games, and some games just didn't work. There was no career mode in other games. I feel like this was um I feel like iRacing finally stopped the bleeding, and you know it seemed like it's a lot of positivity around the game overall. Like I'm sitting there looking on social media and everybody's having fun, and um that's good. And hopefully next year they can take a huge step. So um and this game is going to be totally different by January. I'm pretty sure by January, February, the game is going to be totally different. Not totally different, but it's going to be way different than what it is now because we're going to have more things at our disposal that we don't have now. So I'm looking forward to those updates. Uh, you said overall, again, it looks like a good game, and I hope to get it soon once I have the money for it. Yeah, I think you should get it, man. I mean, if you was to even if you was to make the choice of waiting, I wouldn't have blamed you and just wait for some stuff to get patched in. But I think you will have fun with it now. With how the way the game is now, I feel like you will have a good time. But yeah, nothing game breaking about the game, in my opinion. I know that there's videos being made out there that's making it seem like that certain things are making, they're doom and gloom about certain things. And just because I'm saying this doesn't mean that I'm glazing the game or anything like that. This is not even close to a 10 out of 10 game. It's not a 9 out of 10 game. It's not an 8 out of 10 game. Um, I'm hesitant to give it a 7. I mean, I think if I was to give it a 7, it would be mostly because of the physics and the AI, which are very important, to the game. The career mode is pretty decent. So yeah. Um, Getting the gold edition so I can get all the future DLC schemes for free. Yeah, yeah, it's a decent deal. Uh, like I said, you just gotta if you want to struggle. I mean, I guess it don't matter because, like I was saying earlier, like even if you don't have that extra money, you're still gonna level up pretty quickly. Bro, imagine getting a giveaway code by the Martinsville mass murderer himself, Sammy Smith. Oh, y'all saw that? Oh, yeah, it's on my screen. What the hell I'm talking about? That is kind of funny though. That out of all tracks that they, come on, man. I still don't really care for Sammy Smith after he did that shit. I know he hasn't really done anything terrible since then. It's just gonna take a while for me to come around to him. And I'm a fan that usually forgives pretty easily, but that was just so bad. But what you saying, Cito? Oh, another thing I wish we had is challenges from real life races, like winning challenges, wreck avoidances. Yeah, I think they'll probably add that stuff in the next game. Um, I just think they really wanted to focus in on the physics and the AI and really building the career mode up. It's a lot of disappointing things about the game in terms of like missing futures, but um and there's issues, but there's a lot of positives as well with this game. So um to make it to where it makes it fun, like those positives are going to keep me glued to the game at least. So all I've been doing is playing NASCAR 25. I'm on vacation. I took care of a few things. Like I worked on my car today, but um you know outside of that and a couple other things, like um I've been playing this game. Like I got it paused right now. So I don't know if I want to get back to this race though because I'm tired. But yeah, the first DLC is kind of disappointing because people who got paint schemes only got one. Yeah, you hate that the DLC, like they had these paint schemes ready and they put them behind a paywall, and those schemes should have been available for everyone, whether you got the gold edition or not. But that's just you know how business work nowadays when it comes to gaming, unfortunately. The main nitpick I have is that there's no driver retirements. Um, yeah, that's a big one as well. That's something Matt Lewis actually talked about, like how they want to get stuff like that in there. That's something you need to get in there next year, man. And you don't even have to get. I don't want driver swaps. Like I don't want Logano going to a Hendrick car and Bowman going to a Penske car and stuff like that. I just want to see drivers retire. That's good enough for me. And then you can have guys from the lower series take their ride. It would be cool to see, just like how today the news came out that Brandon Queen is going from the ARCA to the Truck Series. It'd be cool to see, like, who's old, like Denny Hamlin retires in the game and Corey Haim takes his ride. That'd be cool. So that'd be nice. I want it to be like NASCAR Thunder 2004, where drivers retire and move up. Exactly. Like that's how I want it to be. Like that's good enough for me. It's possible. I don't want to hear about no, it's restrictions, anything like that. NASCAR Ignition did it. I'm not, that's a modern day NASCAR title. I'm not trying to hear it. I want to see it in the next game. But um, to put a cap on this, because I'm gonna head up out of here like in 4 or 5 minutes. The game is solid overall. It's a solid title. Um, um, there's issues, but in my opinion, there's no game breaking issues. The AI and the physics is enough to where it keeps you glued to the game, despite the issues with the AI that I went over. The AI pit logic, them being too fast coming onto pit road to where it's unfair, and the cautions are, they're going to happen right around you all the time. So be prepared to avoid wrecks, especially if you got your incident frequency set pretty high. I got mine at like 10. Because I do want the AI to cause cautions. I just don't want no damn wreck fest. Now I say that, and I just had a caution free race at Michigan. I screwed myself out of a top 5, by the way, because I forgot to request a pit stop on the next to last stop, and I finished 11th. I was running like 4th or 5th before that, man. I was like, damn. I made a comeback though, cause I was like in the 20s at first. I got for the ARCA series, I got the what's that shit called? The oh my god, I can't think. The field spread up to 70, to make it feel more like real life, more like ARCA, to where like you got the last place person or the people at the back of the field running slow as hell. So it feels very ARCA. Like I got it set to 70, 75. So it's I go for realism in sports titles, man. I don't like when I play MLB The Show, I make sure that my sliders and stuff like that are like as realistic as possible. I don't want to be hitting, a batting average of like 450 or 500 all year and hitting like 70 or 80 home runs. Like I'm fucking Albert Pujols or something. But I mean, even Albert Pujols wasn't doing that though. But yeah, I just like to go for realism, man. Like same thing with NASCAR. Like I want to go for as much realism as possible. I don't want the draft to be too strong. That's why I lowered that draft slider down to like 10. Let's see. Ignition may have sucked, but at least it has some good features like a good stat tracker and a silly season. This game does a pretty decent job with it. Does a pretty good job when it comes to the stats as well. They missing some things, but they can go even further in the next game when it comes to the stats. I would love for them to have like metrics and stuff like restart retention rate and all that, and stuff like that. If you follow auto racing analytics, like you'll know what I'm talking about. And then I like how the ARCA car drives. It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Like it's especially at Michigan, like you can kind of get the bottom. You can work the bottom pretty good compared to like the other series. And then this is gonna be my last comment for the night, unless somebody else end up commenting something. Who you want for the World Series win? I wish it was my Cubs, but we, gave it away. But I'm just hoping it's not the Brewers, and they're not looking good right now. Yeah, I'm with you, JJ. Anyone but the Dodgers, yo. Now I'm glad the Dodgers beat up on the Brewers, because I don't know if y'all saw this shit, but they was holding when the Brewers beat us in the NLDS. They was flying the flag that had an L on it. And the Cubs thing, they fly the W. They got the W on the flag and all that every time we win. we playing Gold Cubs Go, and these motherfuckers, they wanted to sit there and be petty and be like, yeah, we go fly this L flag, and and yeah, that was, I didn't appreciate that. Like, why? Why? Like, why y'all now they getting their ass, they getting their ass whooped now against the Dodgers, which I knew was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, anyone but the Dodgers. I'm glad the Dodgers beat up on the Brewers, but fuck the Brewers for doing that though. Fuck them. Um, and who's left? I'm a Rockies fan though, so I have no room to speak. Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for Chris Bryant. I know he played. Did he still play for the Rockies? I forgot, but man, when he was over here with the Cubs, man, he was a special player, man. He was part of that 2016 World Series squad. It's like once he left Chicago, man, he just fell off a cliff. I know injuries got in the way, but he's nowhere near the player that he was. Um, but yeah, I wish my Cubs was still in it though. But yeah, that's gonna be it though, y'all. Like, that's my little mini review of NASCAR 25. Once again, I know I was all over the place. Um, yeah, not the best live streamer, but I try to do my best when it comes to this. I put way more effort into my videos though, my edited videos. So yeah, speaking of video, I'm working on it. I'm working on the next video. I'm halfway through it. I'm like 65%, 65% done, a little bit past half done. So it'll be out soon. Hopefully this weekend. If not this weekend, it'll be hopefully next week. So yeah. Yeah, Chris Bryant is still stuck on the Rockies. Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. I got his jersey. I bought his jersey way back in like the year they won the World Series. I actually bought it before, like early on in that season. I went to a game that summer. Let's see. It doesn't have to be anything like this. It doesn't have to be anything like discos, live streams, and videos. Simple, no editing, etc. is way better. I appreciate that. I like that y'all, appreciate simplicity instead of, over the top stuff. Even though I do like to do stuff like that for my videos, and get fancy with the editing when I can, if I can do it. I do be wanting to match like Ellie and Slap Shoes sometimes when it comes to like how the way they edit their videos. That shit, when you can execute that stuff, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good, man. Especially when you watching it back and you like, damn, that shit cold, man. But yeah, yeah, videos are on the way though. Might have another YouTube short out before that video goes out. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Hope y'all enjoying the game, or enjoy the game whenever y'all do get it. Hope y'all stay safe out there, and yeah, a couple more races left for NASCAR in real life, and the off season will be here, and we'll be sitting around playing NASCAR 25, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Hope y'all have a good one, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll up out of here. And yeah, peace.